The discovery of a clandestine romance is often the catalyst for drama, but when Dani finally uncovers the undeniable truth about Randy and Haley's secret relationship, it does not just spark a scandal, it detonates a massive, life-altering powder keg. For weeks, the atmosphere has been thick with unspoken tension, subtle, lingering glances, and whispered conversations that abruptly end the moment anyone else enters the room. Dani, possessing a naturally sharp intuition and an unwavering dedication to uncovering the truth, has been meticulously piecing together these fragmented clues. The resolve is set, the evidence is mentally cataloged, and Dani marches forward to face Randy, completely determined to drag his hidden sins into the unforgiving light of day. When Dani finally corners Randy, the confrontation is nothing short of a masterclass in psychological warfare. Dani lays out the undeniable facts, presenting the timeline of Randy's secret rendezvous with Haley with the calculated precision of a seasoned prosecutor. The air in the room grows increasingly heavy, suffocating under the weight of the unspoken truths that are rapidly being dragged out of the darkness. He is not used to being challenged so directly, and he is certainly not used to losing control of a conversation. It is precisely in this intense crucible of pressure that Randy makes a catastrophic, potentially life-ruining error. As Dani presses harder and harder, refusing to grant him even a single inch of breathing room or a moment to formulate a new lie, Randy's composure violently shatters. His voice rises to a dangerous pitch, his body language becomes overtly aggressive, and in a moment of pure, unadulterated fury, he lets slip a crucial, devastating piece of information. This slip-up is not just a minor inconsistency in his story, it is a glaring, fatal vulnerability. In his blind rage, Randy exposes a profound weakness, a hidden truth far darker and more damaging than a simple romantic affair with Haley. Whether it is an admission of a past crime, a financial manipulation, or a sinister ulterior motive behind his actions, the secret is out. By possessing this incredibly dangerous knowledge, Dani has unwittingly stepped directly into the crosshairs of a very desperate and dangerous man. The unspoken threat hangs heavily between them, a suffocating blanket of dread that chills the blood. Dani leaves the confrontation not with a sense of triumph, but with the terrifying, sobering knowledge of having awakened a sleeping dragon. The terrifying ripple effects of this dangerous new dynamic quickly reach the ears of those who care most deeply and fiercely for Dani, Vernon, and Bill. For years, Vernon and Bill have been locked in a seemingly endless cycle of one-upmanship, ideological clashes, and deeply personal vendettas. When the horrifying news of Dani's confrontation with Randy and the subsequent lethal danger reaches them, it acts as a massive, world-shattering shockwave. Initially, the revelation only serves to pour high-octane gasoline on the already raging fire of their mutual hatred. The mere thought of Randy harming Dani is a nightmare, so visceral, so horrifyingly unacceptable that it forces a massive, painful internal reckoning for both of these proud men. The realization hits them simultaneously, and with the force of a physical blow. Divided, they are weak, distracted, and their daughter is completely vulnerable. United, they represent a formidable, terrifying force of nature that even a master manipulator like Randy would be wise to fear. The sudden, incredibly unified front presented by Vernon and Bill complicates his dark plans exponentially, forcing him to rethink his entire strategy. He begins to heavily leverage his own dark underground connections, desperately seeking out any hidden vulnerabilities in the new Vernon-Bill alliance, looking for any tiny crack in their armor that he can exploit to get to Dani. Will Randy succeed in silencing Dani forever?